Noting the time, are there any member statements?
President.
Thank you, members. The Honourable Peter Foster.
May 17 is IDAHOBIT Day, International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, Intersexism and Transphobia. It marks the anniversary of the day that the World Health Organization removed homosexuality from the classification of diseases in 1990. IDAHOBIT Day raises awareness about discrimination and violence faced by lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender and intersex people right around the world. It seeks to challenge discrimination and prejudice based on sexual orientation, gender identity and intersex variations, and calls for an end to discrimination in all forms. We have made great strides in doing this. I am especially proud to be part of a government that has committed to further removing discrimination against the LGBTIQA+ people through reforms to the Equal Opportunity Act and the Gender Reassignment Act, as well as taking decisive steps to ban so-called conversion therapy in the wake of the inquiry into the Esther Foundation. I would like to thank my colleagues for their continuing support of the LGBTIQA+ constituents, and I'm very proud to see many of my colleagues wearing rainbow ribbons here in the chamber this evening. Everyone deserves to be their true self, to live openly without fear or violence or discrimination. Unfortunately, we still have a long way to go before everyone feels free and safe to live their lives openly. Pride WA recently reported that 63% of the LGBTIQA+ employees in Australia are not out to their work colleagues. 2/3 of the LGBTIQA+ youth have experienced abuse due to their sexual orientation, gender identity or intersex characteristics. And 35% of the LGBTIQA+ Australians have experienced verbal abuse just in the last 12 months. As the march towards a more equal and inclusive society has become more determined, the voices against us have grown louder. Their rhetoric is becoming more extreme and their attempts at creating fear and division are more blatant. While these people are curiously unmotivated by the real challenges bringing up children in 2023, they are only too happy to come up with completely imaginary ones. That's why the biggest problem facing our kids at the moment is, apparently, drag queens. The risks posed by climate change, insecure work, cost of living pressures, they're nothing apparently compared to the sheer horror of a drag queen reading a story to a child. President, I doubt there is any drive fiercer than a parent's instinct to protect their child from harm. My partner and I would certainly do anything in our power to keep our sons safe. It is that instinct that people seek to exploit. They need people to buy into the myth that the LGBTIQA+ people being seen in a positive light is a threat to the safety of children. We've heard it all before and I'm sure we'll hear it all again. But the truth is that every LGBTIQA adult was once a child. And as adults, we remember what it was like growing up in a world that was much less accepting and inclusive. That world is gone. We've moved on from that. We are not going back. Another thing they forget is this, that there are also parents of these LGBTQIA+ kids. The same fierce instinct to protect is present in all of them too. Parents who love and support and accept their children for who they are, and who want to keep them safe, and who will not stop until they are safe. Safe from prejudice and discrimination, protected from the real risks to their safety and their future. That's what all parents want. The time when folks seriously believed LGBTIQA+ people represented any kind of threat to society is long over. West Australia left it behind and never looked back. We have been moving forward towards acceptance and inclusivity ever since. Equal rights and equal dignity, regardless of sexual orientation, gender identity or intersex characteristics. As a proud gay man, As a member of a party that fights for equality and also as a proud parent, I promise you this, we will not stop until we get there.